As I said last week, I'm in a bit of a hobby slump. In this video, I'm going to try and get myself out of that slump. I'm going to take you along with me. Let's go. Successful visit to Mirfield. Was good to catch up with a couple of people there, have a chat, and feel like I'd actually done something positive for my hobby mojo. And I think that's what's happened. I feel like I'm back into the game somewhat, and I picked a few things up that I needed to finish. So we've got the Annihilators now, and we've also got Yindastra. Is she called Yindastra? Yindastra something. Flappy lady from the Stormcast. And I picked up this Thermoid crusher. My good friend Liam got me into this guy to the part where I needed him. So I picked up a copy for Warcry and my Slaves to Darkness army, but also so that he doesn't have to bring his over when he visits. So we've got another one, and it was super cheap because Mirfield Miniatures is a stunning place. What else did I pick up? I picked up some spray. I had to go with the Citadel spray. Not ideal, but the cost of it is just insane. Absolutely balmy. I need some lead belcher, and I need some Retributor armor for a couple of other projects that I've got, as well as the Stormcast, where, let's say, Slave to Darkness. So I need a silver to kind of do bits and pieces on there. Could use the airbrush, but it's just easier to do the entire thing en masse with that. However, I did also grab a Colour Forge. I think it's called Gauntlet Gold. Now, bigger can, 10 quid compared to, I think it was $21.99 or whatever, something like that. It's like basically half the price for more that's colour matched to Retributor armor. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll let you know what I think about that. But yeah, I feel like I'm somewhere back towards getting to where I want it to. So in this video, as you saw, I went and tried and put myself back into the hobby after having a little bit of a break. And I think the more of a break you have, sometimes the harder it can be to get back into the flow of things, can't it? So that's what I'm kind of doing now. I'm forcing myself to crack on with this. This project has stagnated a little bit. I want to get it done and out of the way so I can use these, finish off my Soul Blight, and then I can crack on with my project that's I've just been putting off. And that's, I think, something that's worth talking about in this video, because some of these videos are genuinely going to be me talking about my hobby journey. Not just the positives, but sometimes some of the negative aspects as well. And I think I'm very much one of the sorts of people where I overanalyze some of the things that I'm doing. And I certainly do that in my hobby, where I'll feel like I'm not at the point where I should be to tackle a certain project. And that's what I feel about the the Slaves to Darkness at the moment, to be honest. I really want to paint them. I've built the majority of them. We've got who have we got left to build? We've got Abraxia left to build, and the Varangard that come with her, but we've already got some Varangard. We've got Archaon, the centerpiece, and also I do have Be'lakor, who is one of my favourite models. Never painted it, really want it, and I know what am I doing with Be'lakor and Archaon in the same army. Well, I like versatility, and also, more importantly, I don't care about the list. I like the models, and that's what my driving force is. And I think I've got a little bit too caught up in, certainly with 4th edition, trying to look at the rules a little bit more than I had done previously, and I think that's had a bit of a negative effect on me as well, to be honest. Granted, I'm still not playing huge amounts of the game. I've still only played it a couple of times. And as I say, that's been a function of the people that I genuinely play with being quite far away. But also, I mean, not really knowing if what I have was the right armies, and I've got too caught up with that. I don't want to have a bad experience with somebody and then think I've either taken a list that's too good or too bad. So I held off, and then with the constant releases of Games Workshop stuff, I mean, trying to make videos that were being seen by people, not that I'm overly bothered about it, because I'm not. I wanted to do stuff that was at least vaguely interesting. I've ended up doing quite a bit of stuff that I'm not interested in, and that is a bad way to hobbit, and that's where I want to talk today, because it's clearly had a bad effect on me. Now, I've had almost 5 weeks off since I touched this project, and I shouldn't have, because who cares about our little plastic men other than us? Tell you who, no one. This is all 100% us, and I enjoy it, and I've enjoyed what I've done and what I am doing, so why am I stressing about it? Because it's not important. Not important at all, and I think occasionally, sometimes we just need that little reminder, don't we? And in my case, I definitely did. Does it matter if anybody watches the videos? I don't think it does. And does it matter if somebody else tells you that your hobby is, you're not doing it right, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, or you should have this unit, you should have that unit? It absolutely shouldn't. I've talked about it before in some videos, some older ones, and I think it just needs reiterating. I'm not saying it's gatekeeping, because I'm not. I don't mean that. I've not experienced that for a while now. However, I do think that we should, as hobbyists, of enthusiasts, of people that enjoy whatever this is, whatever the side of your hobby that you enjoy is, be it painting, modelling, gaming, all of the above, reading the lore, listening to the lore, doing whatever it is, however you want to interact with this franchise, this IP, whatever it is, just keep a lookout for other people. And, you know, as a lot of you have, and appreciate it, when I asked for, how do you guys cope with it? What do you guys do? A number of you came back to me and said, I do this, I do that. Oh, I experience the same thing. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about this community, is that we can help each other up when we're in slumps. And carry on doing that if you can. Because I think as people, as hobbyists, as enthusiasts, as humans, we all need that interaction. It's a little bit deep, isn't it? But, you know, just tell people it's cool, whatever you've done, it's great. You know, if it makes you happy, that's all. It's the only person that needs to make happy. And yeah, I got a little bit, I forgot that, I think, for a few weeks. I let life get in the way, and what my hobby was to me as an escape from the real world as it is, you know, it's a fantasy realm of enjoyment and whatever. I forgot to enjoy it, and I forgot I was allowed to enjoy it, and I was putting too much thought into stuff that that doesn't matter. So thank you everybody for hitting me back up and kind of getting me back on the right track, because I'm excited to get these guys finished and I'm excited to share them with you. Well then, with that out of the way, let's have a chat about the last bunch of videos that come out. So I've got the last one of the tutorials for the Stormcast coming out next week. We're 4 videos deep in that, and they seem to have gone down fairly well. So thank you if you've interacted with those. I hope you enjoyed them. What next? Should I do something similar for one of my other factions? I was thinking perhaps something similar for Chaos Warriors in Slaves to Darkness, or perhaps some vampires, something like that. I don't want to start something new, so let me share with you guys what my hobby plans are for the next probably realistically 12 months. So I want to get my Soulblight Brave Lords finished. So there'll be a couple of interesting projects coming out of that. We've got a Nagash that I want to get done, and there's some terrain as well. So they'll be nice projects, I think, to kind of share and do reveals of, talk about. And then we've got the Slaves to Darkness, and I have a really interesting theme for them. Interesting for me, it's a little bit different to other people's Slaves to Darkness. A lot of similarities in a lot of respects, but also different enough that I think it's interesting. So I'll be documenting that and talking about that probably a fair bit. And it's all seemingly Age of Sigmar. So that is one of the other things that's concerning me, is like, am I going to lose people interacting with me on the channel? I don't care if you follow me or not, to be honest, but I like the interaction with people. I like to share ideas and talk about it. And Age of Sigmar, obviously not as interesting as 40k for a lot of folks. It's just not as popular. You can say what you want, it's not factually. These videos don't do as well if they've not got Space Marine in. But I have got a few Space Marine projects. We've got the new edition of Kill Team, which I haven't pre-ordered this one at all. I'll pick up the book, but I'm just not interested in what's in that start collecting box this time around. And I'm quite happy with the current edition of Kill Team, if I'm absolutely honest. So as much as I want to do some stuff with that, and I perhaps will do 1 or 2 teams, I've certainly got enough bits and pieces that I'd like to put some stuff together. But what I really would like to start doing is I'm going to start doing some Warhammer adjacent projects that aren't necessarily for miniature gaming, but will be the same thing. So like making bits and pieces from the universe that I might put on display or just give out to friends and family. That would be something that I think I'm particularly interested in doing. And I personally watch content around craft and people making bits and pieces, so let me know what you think about that. I think it's just useful to kind of share with the small community, but the community that I do have here that's growing, what my ideas and plans are, certainly going into 2025. I will get to the point where my armies are pretty much done and I'll just be adding little bits and pieces. I definitely want to do some battle report content. Got some interesting videos that I've already kind of put together and edited of stuff that might be a little bit on the fringe compared to what I have been doing recently around the tutorials. So we'll see how those perform. But do let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what kind of things you guys like watching. I won't, as I said before, I'll be doing Warhound Titan builds, or, well, perhaps I would like to do a Warhound Titan. No, I wouldn't like to do a Warhound. I'd do one of the other Titans, but anyway, that's by the by. I'd do some Knights perhaps. I won't be doing 24-hour challenges or anything like that, but what I've described is what I really want to start doing. And once I've got these slog projects out of the way, the bigger ones that I'm really going to make an effort to really smash through, we'll get on to some other interesting hobby stuff. So let me know. Do interact with me. I'm grateful for those that do. I'm grateful for anybody that's watched 15 minutes of this. And yeah, I hope if you've been in a hobby slump, you've managed to get through it too. Just pick your brush back up, pick your hobby knife back up and make some progress. It's hard, but we're all here for each other. Reach out to me if you have. Let me know what you've done to do it. If anything that I've done's helped you, I hope it has. And if you like this style of content as well, just me talking to you occasionally, then again, let me know. Right, I'm going to crack on. Enjoy the final part of the Stormcast tutorial next week. Perhaps we'll do an army reveal at the end of it of all of the Stormcast models finished up. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I can certainly get something done. If not, I'll see you on the other side. Have fun, guys. See ya.